Hi, it's Mr. Baumgarten here. Sometimes when we're learning a new feature of a programming language, it's helpful to walk through it line by line with a simple example and just really get to grips of what's going on. So this little illustration will walk us through a while loop inside Java. You can see here I've got a table representing the current state of my different counter and stop variables and what is going to be output onto the screen. And every time the values change, we will increment onto a new row. So let's start the first line of the program. We create an integer called counter and it is set to 1, as you can see in the table. Next line of code, we create an integer called stop and it has been set to a value of 5. We then encounter the while loop expression, and the question here is counter less than or equal to stop? 1 is less than or equal to 5, and so Java will go into the loop. Next line of code is to print out the value in counter, and so the number 1 is output. This next line of code, Java will evaluate the calculation on the right hand side of the assignment operator first. So it will calculate what is inside counter and add 1 to it. So Java will, inside its internal memory, have the number 2 stored somewhere. Notice that counter has not yet changed. It's only after this calculation has been performed that the result then gets saved across into counter and its value is updated. At this point we hit the curly braces, which is the end of the loop, and so Java will come back up to the while loop expression and check to see if this is still true. Is counter still less than or equal to stop? 2 is less than or equal to 5, and so it will proceed into the loop again. This time we will print out the counter value of 2, and again we will add 1 to the value of 2. So a temporary value of 3 is stored within Java's internal memory, which is then uploaded and reassigned into the value of counter. We go through the process again. Is counter less than or equal to stop? 3 is less than or equal to 5. So we go back into the loop and we will print out 3, add 1 to 3 in the internal memory, and then assign it to counter. So counter then gets stored as 4. Back into the loop, 4 is less than or equal to 5. We print out 4, add 1 to 4, update counter. Counter is now 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. So we will proceed through the loop one more time. We print out the number 5. We add 1 to counter, assign this new value to counter. So this will happen even though it breaks the while loop, because it is only after this calculation that we then come back up to the expression to check to see if counter is now less than or equal to stop. We see that 6 is not less than or equal to 5. So at this point in time, we exit the loop and print finished. But notice that counter will end up with the value of 6 by the end of this. I hope that little bit of a deep dive helps illustrate just what is going on with the internal operations of a while loop inside Java. This is Mr. Baumgarten signing out.